Something Else podcast. Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. Sadly, Bruce and Phil can't join me today, so it is just going to be me. But don't worry, we are going to get a show when everyone's on, because it's been a very, very, very long time. It's been the first episode. That's the first time the whole lot were here. I say a whole lot, the boys. Anyway, on today's show, we've got a little bit of this and a little bit of that, as I always say. We're going to have the new single by Plasticsole. It's called Policewoman. We've also got some information regarding the gauntlet I laid down. A couple of shows back, or triple shows back, I don't know. But I did lay a gauntlet down, kind of threw something to Plasticsole, and they got back to me with like, hell yeah, let's do it. So, we'll talk about that first. We'll wait for the music, because the music's the cherry on the cake, really. But, yeah, Plasticsole, you know, we very much wanted to kind of do like a collaboration together. So, it's not an original track. We are just kind of easing into it. So, we are going to be doing a cover song. I'm not going to tell you what the cover song is. They actually chose it. And it's right up Broken Wolf's alley. That sounds disgusting when I say it like that. So, part of Broken Wolf and a part of Plasticsole are going to join in this musical adventure. And we're going to be called PlasticWolf. That sounds like some eco nut trying to save the planet, that does. PlasticWolf. I will recycle that for you. Anyway. But yeah, as of this recording, which is the 10th of October, 2023, on the Sunday of this week, however you want to start your week, I don't care. But either way, we're going to be doing some stuff. We are going to be recording. We're going to be jamming. We're going to see what happens. Who knows? It could be the start of something. It could just be see you later. You're not as good as we thought. As in that Plasticsole to Broken Wolf, that is, because I don't know if you know this, but Plasticsole, they are like seasoned vets compared to us. Like Broken Wolf, individually, we've got, I mean, myself, I've really only been gigging for what, 10 years, 10, 11 years, where the other guys, they've been bands way before me. So collectively, we're not too bad, but Plasticsole, they are seasoned. They are absolute gods at this. So, we are going to be doing some stuff. We'll see how it goes. You never know. It could be something amazing. I myself cannot wait. So I will be trying to get as many photos and videos on the podcast socials. So yeah, there's that. Oh, also, just want to throw it out there. Today is my son's birthday. He's growing up too quick. I can't cope with this. It's amazing, really. Still not into the guitar though. He's obsessed with trains, right? Loves trains. So he's like, he wants a train guitar. He's like, I need to get a train guitar. I was like, how about I play bass? And he's like, get a train bass. I was like, they're expensive. I don't know if it's real. So I did the next best thing. I got the scratch plate off the guitar. I cut out a new one. And I kind of like image transferred a train on there, but the AC/DC train from the, is it the Black Ice tour they did? That kid now loves the bass, so booyah! But anyway, enough of me yapping on about bass guitars and feeling old. Let's listen to the new song, the new single, really, from Plasticsole. It's Policewoman.
Why are you looking you know that I'll come quietly. Policewoman, handcuff me, you know that I'll come quietly. On the streets, proud to be walking your beat. If some guy don't treat you right, he'll be in your cell all night. 'Cause you're a policewoman, 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 policewoman.
What do you think of that? Now, as per usual, I've wrote down some notes in very, very bad handwriting. I do pull it down to the fact I'm left-handed and I can't write. But I made some notes. The first thing that came to mind with the clapping intro was Florence and the Machine, Dog Days. You know, the dog days are over. And yeah, I quite like that. I like intros that make you... I've said this about every Plastic Soul song, and I've said this on every show. They always remind me of something or another band. They've always got this sound. Now, this one, I've got to say Plastic Soul, just for the kind of feel I get from it, I'm in love with it because it reminds me of one of my favourite bands, a band that got me into music. Now, despite playing like metal and blues and hard rock, the band, I'll mention them in a minute, but this band... were just great, you know what I mean? They were pioneers in their craft, but we'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, the intro, the kind of clapping thing, it heavily reminded me of the Dog Days Are Over. Excuse me, I'm just drinking a Coca-Cola from McDonald's and it's destroying me. I keep burping. Two things I said noted down was it's kind of got like a 60s vibe, almost like not a surfer style thing, but it's just got this nice like the melody behind it, like the way the keys integrating with the guitar, and especially the bass line. Jesus Christ, that is a killer bass line. Like what I like is you can hear the string being picked, or I'm not sure if it's a Bassman, are you a finger picker? That sounds weird. Or are you a pick picker? That sounds even more weird. Because I never know how to word things when it comes to instruments, but it sounds like the thunk of like fingers hitting the strings, but then it's also got that crisp tonality of a pick. Jesus me, I said tonality. But I like the fact not only can you hear it being picked, but the bass, you feel it, something fierce. It's big old bass. What bass do you play anyway? This whole world of bass guitar is completely throwing me off guard. I'm in like way over my head with it. But I really like the fact that it was a driving bass line, and I don't know, it just had a very 60s sound, but then parts of it kind of had, don't know why, but to me a hint of Green Day, like a little bit of like a post-punk kind of vibe, pop-punk, whatever you want to call it. Going back to the keys, I thought that they did a nice little like fill. It's kind of like the part where is which part is it now? Let me just have a quick listen because I can't remember the part. I wrote it down but didn't even put it in. Oh, would help if I listened to the right song. How is it? In the chorus, it's like police woman, then da 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 da. it was that bit where it was the keys like doing this. I thought it was brilliant because normally it's either like the bass line fills it, or the drums will do like a nice little tom work thing on it, or the guitar does like some, as I would call it, a mini solo. But I love the fact that the keys fit in really well. And going on keys, right? I don't know if I mentioned this in other shows or podcasts or whatever, but my experience with keys, like keyboardists, pianists, whatever you want to call them in a band, haven't been good. Now, I've only ever had experience with one. And bear in mind, this was in our first band. We was a very big kind of, I don't know what the hell you would class us as, alternative rock, but we was quite loud, quite distortion, like guitars, that sort of thing. And I'm not ridiculing the keyboard guy. He was genius. He was very skilled. But then he had that classic, like, generally every key player has like that organ sound. And his was very much like, it just sounded like, I don't want to use the name, but it sounded like Rolf Harris on keyboard, just with that bloody board. And no matter what he did, it just sounded the same. What the hell was that dropped in the room above? I don't know. I don't know if you heard that noise then. So it's when I hear this, like, it's just nice to hear the keys having a very particular part and fitting in as well as blending in. Like being heard, and blending in. John Lord, maybe? Kind of getting that vibe? I don't know. I'm just saying it. Sounds like I'm like proper like, I don't know, brown nosing, but I think I said it in the last show. I haven't found a band for a while where I'm just kind of like, wow. Now, I think the last band that really intrigued me was Volbeat of all bands. But anyway, the guitar solo, I like the way the guitars work in this because it's not overly saturated with licks here and there or hooks or whatever. It's some steady bloody rhythm playing. Like, it's tight, almost like Pete Townsend rhythm playing. Very tight, but also distinct. But I like the solo bit where it kind of sounded like a siren. It's like, that was amazing. And the drums, not necessarily a marching style of playing, but it almost sounds like, I don't know if you ever watched like, I'm trying to think of a film with like policing or guards, but they generally have that when they're all walking together. It sounds like just tap dancing shoes, that unison stomp sort of thing. It had that vibe to it, so I could every time, like, not the main beat to it. It just gives me like a marching. I envision, a bunch of policemen or officers, walking down the road, and that's the noise their shoes are making. Absolutely brilliant. I did put, I can envision like an epic music video to it. Now, I've already mentioned a guitarist from the band that he reminds me of, but The Who, right? This song gives me massive The Who vibes. And like I said, I don't know if anyone watching this has ever listened to The Who, or if you've even known they did music videos. But back in the 60s, they did a song called Happy Jack. Fun fact, if you listen to Happy Jack, at the very end of the song, you can hear Pete Townsend shout, "Oh, I saw ya." And it was because Keith Moon, their drummer, always wanted to be on backing vocals, but he was shit. And it's him trying to sneak in to record the vocals, but Pete Townsend shouts, "Oh, I saw ya." And they kept it in the mix. But the music video to Happy Jack, it's The Who, like the band, and they're bad guys. And they're trying to steal something from a room, but they end up just having a cake fight. It's really bizarre. But that's the kind of vibe I get from this song. It's very Happy Jacky to me. So yeah, that's the band that this reminds me of. I don't know how anyone else feels about that, but I feel pretty confident about that. And then the last thing I wrote, I've been trying to work out who the singer reminds me of. Now, I've referred to like The Jam, with the style of the band, even to like Rival Sons. But it came to me while listening to this, because on Spotify, I've got a random playlist that my son loves, and Smoke on the Water came on. And certain ways the singer speaks or talks reminds me of Ian Gillan. I mean, I don't know if you can scream in, what was it, that B sharp, whatever is a B flat he screams in. But I get some massive Ian Gillan vibes. Let me just have some more of my McDonald's cola. But I do get massive vibes like that. Like his delivery, it's not poetic, it's very storytellish. You know what I mean? It's it paints a really good vivid image in your head. That's what I like about it. The whole songs, every song I've heard gives me imagery, which I love because I'm a very visual person. I like to imagine things to it. But yeah, that really will round off this episode. Now, like I said, stay tuned because I might, like I said, I'll hopefully do some live videos for this like jam session that PlasticWolf will be doing. And we'll go from there, really. So until then, I hope you enjoy. I hope you stay safe. You know, autumn is coming now. So, well, I don't really know what to say about autumn, really. But it's beautiful. Anyway, that'll do it for this show. I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe, stay awesome, keep rocking. I'll see you soon. Bye.
The Something Else Podcast.